Okay, so we are in Threshold. Moving our way through, slowly but surely. Just beat up on some more demons here. Got a little ugly for a second, but we're okay. Boot that thing. Okay, so guessing we're going that way. There's no path that way. Oh, that's right, the other demon went up. No. There we go. Portal. This is dogs. Well, Rocket's in here with me, so he's not sleeping at the moment, but he will be soon enough. Don't worry. Or maybe he won't be. Mrs. Gimpy's been gone for, what, 4 hours now, roughly? So he's getting a little upset with her. Because that's how he works. She's been gone too long. And she should be. I don't know how much longer she's going to be. She didn't actually tell me how long she was going to be today. I know she was going to church and then she's going to spend the afternoon with her parents, but she didn't say how long that was going to be. It's okay. Rocket will get over it. As you can see, Mickey is totally stressed out about it. Hopefully he doesn't get squished. I just realized that. Hopefully he doesn't get squished.
You should not have come here. I, Arilu Vorlesh, the one you called the betrayer, have nothing to offer you but death. Karamzadeh, I will give you the chance to avenge your death. Rise.
Curse you, mortal scum! You have struck ice into my heart. I will devour your souls to loosen its freezing grip.
He hides because he doesn't want to get squished. It's possible. There's a lot of bailers here. It's his job, is it not? Professional door jams? No! He's not a professional door jam. Oh, that's right, this fight. Oh, we don't get to control everybody, though. Or... we don't get to control anybody, do we? He's not here. Why is Kitty here? Kitty's not supposed to be here. 1 o'clock for the morning, store jam for the afternoons, busy dog. He is busy. I don't know why MVP's here. MVP's with the main group. That's MVP right there. Right there. Just might want to turn around. See what Queen Galfrey can do after we souped her up a little bit. Oh, I guess I can take turn-based off for us, because I don't have any actual control, right? Yeah, I don't have any actual control. Hi, Horde Wilting. Wow, getting rolled over by a bunch of demons. I thought I taught you guys better. Kill Tarendalev. Where's Hal when you need him? That's a storyteller. So, I think we won? Kinda?
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyNe. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Happy Sunday. Someone died. Well, some of them died. It's not a huge deal. I don't know if they actually died. I don't know if they die.
Should I?
Yes, you should. The place is falling apart. Demand your money back. Bad architects. Got bad construction stuff. Oh look, a bug.
The mortal who ventured
Discovery.
recklessly
Echo.
into the abyss has now reached threshold. In his, you struck down my creator and master, Discari. But if that makes you dismissive of his echo, if you think I do not pose a threat, then you are greatly mistaken.
You know why I'm fighting in the abyss, so why are you here now?
I was hunting the hand of the inheritor in the abyss, not you. And what a good hunt it was. But now things are different. Now you are the prey I covet more than anything else.
Where's Discari? Is he too afraid to fight me personally?
Master is in the abyss, in his realm. No, he does not wish to meet with you yet. A demon lord cannot afford 2 deaths in succession. It will kill them permanently.
Out of my way.
No, I'm not afraid of your threats, and there's nothing you could offer me that would make me withdraw. He lost to you. He lost. The great Discari himself lost to a mortal. So what happens if I succeed where the great lord failed? If an echo destroys the one its originator could not defeat, who would that make me? What would it prove? I'll risk my life to know. You are not just my enemy, you are my chance. A chance I won't miss.
Dum-dum. You. Kitty. Too far away. Let's see, we've got 3 haste left off of her. Should hit everybody. Yep. Any range? No. Gimpy. Sela, heal yourself, please. Actually, she got 6 marks of justice. Put on him. Look, she's almost as big as the giant bug. Kitty. Turn that off. Get him. Rocket. Let's reduce his armor class. Saving throw. Veronica. So the mud. To get it back there at least. So should be able to pull this off. Okay, got a quicken. 3 burn for this, but it's okay. You'll appreciate it. Okay, how many different champions there is to choose from in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous? 2 different endings, right? Or there's more? Champions. You mean companions? Or mythic paths? Two different endings, right? Or there's more? I honestly don't know how many endings there's supposed to be. I've only witnessed one so far myself. Mythic paths, I think there's 8, I think. 6 or 8. Because there's Dragon, Lich, Azada, Eon, Demon, Angel, Devil, Swarm, and Trickster. 9? Maybe 10? I can't think of all of them off the top of my head. I think there's at least 9, the ones I just named. There might be a 10th one in there somewhere. Oh, and then the, what is it called? The hero, I think, which is different in that you don't have a level 20 cap. You can go all the way up to level 40 in a second class, or technically it's 40 levels, because you get to go up to 20 in one class and 20 in another class. That's the hero mythic path. This way. Cone of Cold? No. Fire Snake. Not the best damage, but it's damage. I can do another spell. It's a 40 level multi-class, right? Oh look, it's a lightning bolt. This will be empowered. Make a saving throw. So if you did make a saving throw, that would have been 92 damage. Step, go closer. Yeah, you're not nearly as tough as Daddy. He at least lasted 2 or 3 rounds. He's not nearly as tough as Daddy. $20 regular and 20 prestige. A lot of the prestige classes don't go up to 20. A lot of them cap out at 10. I think. I'm not an expert there, but something like that. Again, I haven't done it, so I don't know the exact mechanics of how the heroic mythic path works. cannot. That's the way we came in. Crunch, crunch. We there yet? Oh, I do believe this is it. I do believe this is it. So.
We will win this war.
I think my group is all messed up. Okay.
I appreciate privacy.
Spells. Protection from fire, a little bit extra, just in case.
A simple smile goes a long way.
She doesn't have that. I messed up there, but. I like have blurs and mirror images. Does Gimpy have blur on? Yes, it does. See that? No blur for Siva. Rocket can kind of do his own. He has to. Oh, we're eating up our shit. Scorching rays. Don't want to really do that. Okay, good enough. Let's go. Oh look, it's her.
This is where it happened. It was here that I conducted the ritual, sewing my soul and the essence of the abyss together, feeling the world change around me as every stitch brought Galarian closer to the abyss. And it was here that even though you have no memory of it, I did the same to your soul. A researcher must not have any personal feelings for the subjects of their experiments. And yet, I find myself unable to remain completely detached from the world wound. I created it. I allowed it to be. It holds a place in my heart, even if I'm slowly paying for it with my life. A researcher must be particularly resilient in the face of mistakes, incorrect hypotheses, and failed experiments. You are my failed experiment. I think I'll feel some regret for ending your current life.
Thank you.
But you can rest assured that such sentiments will not stop me.
Knowledge Arcana. I can tell you've been preparing this place for a battle. But there's more to it, am I right? I sense barrier spells waiting to be activated, and there's something else, something deadly.
You're so adept at magic. Of course, I've been preparing for our meeting. And hopefully I've prepared well.
You've done this all to save your child?
Yes. And no. Even if I could have brought back my son, I wouldn't have stopped at that. I wouldn't have been satisfied. Not after what I'd gone through. Not after the things I'd learned. I wanted to become stronger. And I wished the same for my child. I didn't want to be afraid of anything. It wasn't the dogs of Threshold, or even Sarkoris itself, that threatened us. It was the laws of a world governed by death, weakness, and separation. That is why I needed the power of the Nehindrian crystals. I did not wish to merely stave off the agony of the wound. I wanted to tear my son from the grasp of everything that makes us weak and mortal. You have seen a goddess. You have been face to face with demon lords. Were you awed by their greatness? Do you enjoy living in a world where your entire life cycle has been predetermined? Where everything, from your birth to what will happen to your soul after you die, has been decided for you? Or do you find, now that you have experienced the mythic power coursing through your blood, that you prefer to live in a world that you can change? A world that offers you a chance to be anything you want.
You know, justify your actions, but I understand them. I was content with my life as a mortal. Power is a burden to me, not a reward. Oh yes, power is magnificent. I would choose no other fate. I enjoy having power, but only because it allows me to make the world a better place.
I also want to make the world a better place. But not for everyone. Only for the one person I care about.
She gives you a small smile. And you call me your failed experiment.
When I poured what was left of my son's soul into your soul, I was expecting it to bring him back. They say death and the judgment of Pharasma purges the soul of everything it once was in life. But this cannot be true. I have researched this subject meticulously and have collected enough evidence to prove that supernatural beings born from mortal souls can recall their past. Sometimes partially, sometimes fully. I watched you day and night waiting for it to happen. For your memory to awaken, or your instincts at least. For anything familiar, something I could immediately recognize. I tested you. I asked you questions and... nothing. Nothing.
Where's the remnants of your son's soul with mine, so why do you want to harm me?
If a hypothesis is proven wrong, it needs to be rejected. But the research process does not stop there. That is all I can tell you right now.
You've been carrying the wound in your soul for a long time. Does that mean you will die soon?
It will kill me eventually. But I still have some time left. Years. Or decades, perhaps. But it doesn't matter. One of us will die today.
What will happen if one of us steps into the wound?
The tearing of the soul. Followed by a cruel and terrible death. But it will likely be quick.
I have no more
And
questions.
it's finally time to end all this.
Okay, Dragon Path. So, I refuse to believe that your soul is beyond hope. Surely there is more within you than evil and despair. You don't have to do this. We don't need to fight.
What are you talking about? I don't feel despair. And this fight is necessary. So much depends on its outcome. Death is not the end. I've spent 100 years trying to prove it, and I will not stop now. This experiment was unsuccessful, but that just means I need to adjust the initial conditions and try again. I am still alive. I still have time. You, the current you, will have to die, but only to surrender the soul you share with my son. I will start over. This time I will do everything differently. I will work with even greater precision. I will turn the world upside down if I must. I promise.
Psycho. Well, I guess we are in the same spot as last time. Okay, so she's gonna see there's gonna be a baler that comes in, and that's the first take this fight. Mickey, where are your arrows of doom? Well, not really arrows of doom, they just where are they? Black bolt thingies, where are they?
Gimpy is raising money for the National MS Society for the 9th year in a row here on Twitch. Walk MS 2022 in San Diego is April 23rd, but Mrs. Gimpy, Mickey, Rocket, and Gimpy will be doing private walks in April and May. They are walking 1 mile for every $1,000 raised. If you would like to help with a donation, please visit stompingoutms.org. Thank you.
Thank you. And again, we're sitting about $1,500 raised, which means I have to walk 1 mile so far. If you'd like to make it so I have to walk 2 miles, head on over to stompingoutms.org and make a donation of whatever amount you choose, and to get us closer to $2,000. So, any amount you choose to donate, very much appreciated, and thank you. Any questions, feel free to ask too. Okay. What's this? Dried Hand of Martyr. Use your giant negative energy effect, including channel negative energy. The spell does not remove negative. Oh, this is a one-time thing, isn't it? Still don't know how we're supposed to do that. Okay, so, Mickey. Okay, Scout. What kind of cool stuff can you do for us? Or midnight? Barely one. I can barely walk a mile too. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. I can barely walk a mile myself. Is she already over here? Is she hiding underneath Gimpy? I don't see her. There she is, right there. Dragon Breath. And of course she made a mistake. Here, kitty. I guess I should have Gimpy start buffing her. Shit. Selah. Is her sword still charged up? Bless her to Bane, not paladin stuff, so.
No glory without risk!
She's way buff. We're not even going to touch her. AC 70. Yeah, we're not going to touch her until we start buffing her. Oh, let's do this. See if we can affect her saving throws. Exceeded, so chance, so last 2 turns. 300 pounds with 3 herniated discs. Both my feet are numb. The more I walk, the stiffer my legs get, and the harder it is to walk. Plus my back is... all my muscles basically from my toes to all the way up to my neck are stiff as hell, too. So it makes walking even that much more fun. Very painful for me to walk. Veronica, get away from her. It's okay. Learn to live with it eventually.
We can do it!
So, chance of hitting that was non-existent. Oh no, actually we had a chance to hit there. Touch attack. So a 20 would have given us 4 over. So we actually, she actually had the chance of hitting her with touch attack right now. Got that. I'm not sure we had that or not. Most dexter. Go. Okay, Mickey, get away from her.
Good guys always win.
I'm gonna hit her right now with the lucky hit, or lucky rolls, so we can get her debuffed. Wow, she just killed Scout. She just killed Scout. What did she hit with Scout? So just that was yeah, Hellfire. It's Hellfire, right? Just killed Scout, no problem. Multiple times. So nice. I wish I get 3 or 4 casts per a turn. That'd be so much fairer. So much more fair. Can't use that on Scout. Damn it. Spell? Yes. Cheating version. And of course he missed because of concealment. Such a big ass. No, I'm not playing insane. This is normal. This is normal. Hey, at least we have our giant spiders. Sela, you have a spell to bring Scout back up, right? Inspiring Recovery. You can heal a creature, armor not dead, or all bodies of dead creatures to fight beyond death. 1d8 hit points. 9, so this gets her back up. Not enough. Not enough. Marker.
You did it wrong. This is how you do it.
Did I miss?
Ward. Please excuse me. That was embarrassing. I meant to say. Jag.
The light, take you.
She's at negative 5. Does Rocket have the... Oh, Rocket's standing or laying on the ground too, isn't he? Or is he? No, he's standing up. Breath of life. Away from that crazy bitch. And so this didn't go the same as it was. the lich.
Forwards.
It hits her, but then and overcomes spell resistance, which is 40. So she's rolling 20. So it basically has to roll close to 220s.
I got this.
Esmo, Axe, yes.
Still doesn't work on her. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to do some haste too. Get haste scrolls. We haven't made any in a long time, but we should be good.
Hey, bag of water, stretch your legs. You have been sitting in one spot for far too long.
We can't use the haste scroll because he's a dragon. He's transformed out of dragon in order to use the haste scroll. Oh, it actually hit her. Barely hurt her, but hit her. Look, you can do it again, though. And of course, missed that. Should have spelled shit. There's that evil soul. 2 points, twisted against AC. Strength. Resist acid and fire. Persuasion checks. Bonus to initiative. Fasting 2. Background doors are beyond. A holy whisper. Fails to overcome spell resistance, of course. Sounding low. And hand cast a spell. So if my attack your weapon resounds, sure. We'll use it. Use it for free.
No glory without risk. The inheritor.
Oh, look, we're all blind.
My blade.
We're all blind. Rocket, make sure skill, magic device, none of these favorite use of scrolls. You can try though. Nothing's good. Can't be used. Foresight. Elemental swarms. The scout.
Mask engaged.
Oh, shit. Fine. Bugs. We need bugs. Get her bugs. Veronica. They're all burned up, so just keep throwing stuff at her.
We won't falter.
And still stupid spell. So, Nikki. Standard action can make a single attack against a target as full attack bonus. If the attack succeeds, the target takes damage normally and must succeed a fortitude saving throw or die. Oh, you know what? I forgot. We have the arrows. Midnight bolts.
Damn you!
Damn it. Okay. Oh, hi, Chain Lightning. So this fight's over. Oh my god. How many times did I hit people? How many times did that hit stuff? That was stupid. It's everything. Look at everything's messed up. So multiple. Oh, she's hitting all the spiders, and had that many spiders floating around. That, all that stuff just kept bouncing around. Killed all the spiders. We're not winning this fight. Yeah, 160, negative 164. Sea level almost down to. We did a 5, rolled a 4. All the spiders. Basically worthless. Sela, not much she can do. She doesn't have any big heals, so.
The light take you!
Get the spell off on her, I guess. And nothing. Because difficulty 34, so I have to roll 15. 15 and rolled a 2. Yeah, game hates me.
Out of my way!
Strike with all your might.
Not overcoming that because you have to roll a number 20. Another 20 just to get through that, so I'm happy. So, we'll just go back to the mud. So this would, if it hits, it should do damage. And that's just going to kill everybody. Sila's not dead yet. Mickey is, though. Gimpy. Here's a chance to dispel stuff, even though it's probably not going to happen. And cheater. Where'd she go? She's still there? Oh, now she's in the middle of the spiders. Well, got the haste, got the bark scan, got the mind blank, freedom of movement. So you've got quite a few stuffs there. Well, 4. I can do it again. And not that time, though. Need to roll 15, roll to 5. Don't get close, you big oaf. See you, Taco. Oh, are you taking off? Are you leaving or are you just saying thank you? You're welcome, by the way. No, okay.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thank you for watching. Happy Sunday, happy Easter, happy Monday for some people. Yeah, I'm not used to having people say thank you and then stick around. Usually people say thank you and then they leave. So that's why I asked. Okay, Rocket, you don't have any more dispels. One more saving throws. Come on. This work? And it's not helping. Where's Commander saving throw? That last 2 turns though. Get him bugs, or get her bugs. Okay, Veronica's using the Mud Blast this time, so more than likely miss too. I don't know why that turns off.
We can do it!
Oh, she hit. 357, that hurt a little. Yeah, apparently not enough though. She healed for 9. Oh, that's right. This is the BS fight where you do so much damage. She heals up all her damage that she's taken. You have to like kill her like 3 or 4 times. The first time. I hate this fight. You know what? Screw this. I just remembered why I hate this fight so much, because it's such BS. I hate stuff like this. It makes no sense. Damage to party. That really low. Critical hits. Death's Door. Extremely weak enemies. There we go. So yes, I'm cheating. I don't care. I just remembered why I didn't like this fight. The 3 or 4 times I did it with the Lich. It's because you have to kill her like 5 times.
Forwards!
And she almost killed Gimpy. And Gimpy can't heal himself, can he? No. And he can't use scrolls. This is a dragon. You could change that, but... And she made that saving throw, so she took no damage from that. The BS stuff. Don't use that. Get him, spiders. Okay, so smack her maybe.
Into the fray! Hey! Hey!
Gonna have to get Gimpy out of dragon form so we can start using scrolls and stuff. Reducing armor class, hopefully. Force rate saving throw. Lasts for 2 rounds at least. Okay, Veronica, get her.
We won't falter!
There we go. Kill 1.
I never thought that I would be responsible for the creation of my most powerful enemy.
Rein in your hubris and listen to me. We could be allies instead of enemies.
No, we couldn't. Your draconic grandeur may be impressive, but you have nothing that I want.
I can see you, Suture. Show yourself.
I've been waiting for you to get distracted, so I can stab you in the back.
I covered your plan. The spells in this chamber, they are designed to kill you if something goes wrong. You've been praying for this outcome from the start, am I right?
How very perceptive. But you didn't think I would make it easy, did you? I won't let you win. You need me alive. You want to use me to close the wound, but I can destroy myself before you have a chance.
This is madness, an act of evil, and is absolutely pointless. You won't accomplish anything. Is really how you wish to go. Don't do this. I'll get that. Intimidate, same deal. I'll stop you by force if necessary, and by necessary. Don't embarrass yourself with this pathetic attempts to prevent the inevitable.
Fine. Let's say I don't destroy myself. What happens now? You are stronger than I could have anticipated. As your creator, I should be proud. To be defeated by the one I have imbued with power.
I'm not sure what killed her there.
Is there any higher praise? But I'm tired. You won't hear me pleading. Let us finish this experiment here and now.
Listen to me, Erlu. You who they call the betrayer of humanity, you have lost, and you stand upon the brink. But in truth, you lost long ago, when you started a battle where there was no, can be no victors. Abandon your insane goal and accept my help. Together we can heal both the wounds in your soul and the evil you have brought upon this world.
More talk of reconciliation and change. And you expect me to listen? To just live, helping a mighty dragon whose soul retains the vestiges of my child's soul?
She smiles sadly. There is no defiance in her words, only exhaustion.
Are you certain about that? Oh, everyone would be so sad if you don't sacrifice yourself to close the wound. Most importantly, I will be sad, since I put so much effort into closing it, and I don't like feeling sad. Aurilu as a sacrifice will suit me just as well. Feel free to choose who dies now.
Uh-oh.
Stop, Lady in Shadow. I know you are willing to stab the commander in the back and sacrifice him to the wound if necessary. I do not intend to let that happen. I will not, however, protect Aurilu Vorlesh.
I'll defend Erlu if I have to, and I won't change my decision. The world wound stays, and I'll be its guardian. This may ruin me, but I won't yield. Let's see what change I can bring to this world by following my own path.
Such a simple, elegant plan to seal the wound. one which would have satisfied everyone, has turned into utter nonsense. I'm disappointed in you, Knight Commander.
Commander, I cannot understand your decision, and yet it is yours. Perhaps there are some aspects of dragon wisdom that I cannot fathom. Well then, I bid you farewell. May you keep your eternal vigil with honor.
Opposing a goddess and a demon for my sake. You are more deranged than I thought. Perhaps you're right. I lost hope long ago. I've just been hiding it from myself. I just needed to let go, to give way to grief and find a new purpose.
Taco, I'll respond
Gimpy
to that
is
here in a
raising money
bit.
for the National MS Society for the 9th year in a row here on Twitch. Walk MS 2022 in San Diego is April 23rd, but Mrs. Gimpy, Mickey, Rocket, and Gimpy will be doing private walks in April and May. They are walking 1 mile for every $1,000 raised. If you would like to help with a donation, please visit stompingoutms.org. Thank you.
And I was just saying, Taco, I'll address that after we're done with this stuff, so just so you know. Look, Gimpy's erected. All buff's gone. Mortal's always lie. If Mortal isn't talking, it means she's busy lying to herself. Me. No one reads it? Oh, okay. Life and death, destiny and great deeds, answers to mysteries, a search for one's true path. The mind can comprehend all of these. And then, such concepts can be written down as a sequence of formulas, a series of lines, a chain of thought. Still, a moment always comes when it is time to wrap up, to reach a conclusion, to put a period at the end of the last sentence. Or should it be an ellipsis instead? An empty space where the description of the end result should be. After all, a century of crusades changed nothing. The gasping world wound remained on the face of Galarian. So basically, we decided not to close the world wound, because dragon stuff. And yet, something changed within the world wound. It was as if it had lost some of its power. Demons would occasionally emerge from the rifts, but every time they were greeted by groups of dragons that, after one warning, would rain down fire and magic upon them. Strangely enough, some of the demons would come to Galarian unarmed, claiming they wanted to learn how to live alongside mortals. The Fifth Crusade may not have lasted long, but in that short time, Dresden became the commander's city, his bulwark, his citadel. Unsurprisingly, he remained the ruler of the city and the surrounding lands after the spectacular victory at Threshold. The lands of former Sarkoris became a place of refuge for many dragons. They settled in its mountains, ruined bastions, and numerous gorges. Pilgrims would come from all over to seek their wisdom. Dragon Hal grew estranged from the affairs of simple mortals. He flew to an unapproachable mountaintop not far from Dresden, so as not to be bothered with trivial matters, while still being able to observe from a distance and, if need be, come to the mortal's aid once again. Yep, just one. Even death, well, I don't know if win is the right word, but yeah, we finished the story with this one. Even death could not stop Tarantula from being a protector of mortal kind. Even though she could not go to Canabras, she would often circle over the city and its environs, keeping travelers safe from any harm. No one knew for certain where the dragon Savarlos disappeared to, but there was rumors that he had been spotted flying west towards Varissia and beyond, across the ocean. Perhaps he is somewhere in Arcadia or Tienzia, now living a new life under a new name. Although the commander became the symbol of the Fifth Crusade, there were still those among the Crusaders who were dissatisfied with his decisions. Years later, their words served as a basis of many alternate versions of the history of the struggle against the world wound. With the conclusion of the war, Dresden, the heroic fortress of the Crusaders, began to wane in importance. The memories of the gruesome battles faded, the deeds of the brave were forgotten. A mere century later, Dresden had once again become just another northern garrison, and the legacy of the Fifth Crusade began to slip into obscurity. Shortly after the war, Queen Galfrey abdicated the throne of Mendev and departed Norcian to spend the rest of her long life with her beloved, the one who had helped her see that there was more to life than duty. Galfrey took up residence in Dresden, but for long afterward, envoys from Norcian strove to persuade her to return. Their entreaties were always met with a polite but firm refusal. Quite a number of Mendevians wanted to see the commander of the Fifth Crusade inherit the throne. Upon his return to Canabras, Ramian did all he could to heal the wounds left by the war. The city saw an influx of pilgrims who wanted to be close to the glory of the Crusaders. Alas, those pilgrims were followed by spies, criminals, and cultists. The Eagle Watch was barely able to keep up with the cloak and dagger war that broke out in the city's underground. Canabras, having risen from ruin, continued to stand guard at the border of the world of mortals. It seems that the ill-fated city was never meant to enjoy a life of peace. The ward stones from the chain that once guarded the borders of Mendev were carefully disassembled, one by one. The angels that had been trapped inside returned to heaven, to heal their wounded spirits and prepare for new battles against evil. The Lady in Shadow found a way to benefit from the situation, but magnanimously, I hate that word, accepting the warriors from the destroyed armies of Baphomet and Dascari, she significantly bolstered the might of the Midnight Isles. He realized that the commander had effectively foiled Anticulus' plan with his decision to keep the passages between the Abyss and Galarian open. The Lady in Shadow began preparing her defenses in secret. She knew that sooner or later, invaders would appear in her realm, and it mattered not whether they would be demons or mortals. Demon Lord Baphomet suffered the defeat, but his ambitions were undimmed. The world wound remained open, and therefore the war with Galarian was not over. Demon Lord Dascari suffered the defeat. He bided his time, continuing to plot his invasions of Galarian, and after that, of heaven itself. The cultists that remained on Galarian went mad one after another, tortured by the nightmarish dreams those lords sent to them. Now alone, Anevia left quietly, unnoticed, leaving no notes or traces. No one ever saw her again. Several hundred years after the conclusion of the Fifth Crusade, somewhere on another plane, far from both the Abyss and Galarian, two runaway Lilitus met, Monago and Shavaro. They met, never to part again. Tahanda the Inheritor, who had gone into voluntary exile, spent much time among mortals, trying to gain a better understanding of their fickle nature. Somewhere in the roads of Galarian, the Angel's Trail went cold. Rumor has it that he intentionally went into hiding to avoid both old friends and surviving enemies, and that he now lives somewhere in the guise of a callowed mortal young, eager to absorb other people's wisdom. The storyteller, as old as the tales he collected, continued his travels across Galarian, occasionally beyond. He knew that out there somewhere there was one story he would never find, his own. Once again, Selah heard the call of the open road. Even after gaining mythic powers and coming face to face with the goddess and demon lords, she never stopped being a paladin and a wandering knight whose purpose was to help others. Staying true to friends was in Selah's blood, and it is said that even while journeying through the farthest reaches of Galarian, she tried her best to keep in touch with the commander. The rare meetings were always filled with joy. Ember joined the Redeemed Brotherhood. She never recognized herself as their leader or gave any orders, but her very presence inspired the former miscreants to perform great deeds. Over time, the Brotherhood grew into a major religious movement. Its preachers took a vow of poverty and walked the roads of Galarian, helping the needy, convincing villains to change their ways, and entreating both good and evil deities alike to be more merciful to mortal kind. Soon after the war, the tireless researcher of all things researchable embarked on a new journey. She had a sudden urge to know how much time it would take to visit every nation on Galarian. She never returned. No, she did not perish. She simply got carried away with another experiment and forgot to come back. To his own purpose, Woljif became a war hero. Esteem and fame were shortly followed by great wealth. The tiefling did not let his newfound fortune turn his head, but chose to invest the money in several profitable ventures and one charity for street urchins. Within a few years, his signature style came to include a top hat, a cane, and a bit of a belly. He always kept a bottle of his best liquor and 2 cups at the ready, just on the off chance that his chief would swing by for a visit. After the victory, Solcio returned home together with his brother, now a famed crusader hero. He humbly officiated at a temple of Shellen, painted, grew sweet-smelling fruits, and made the best wine in the region. His kindly smile faded only when people asked him to recount his experiences in the war. He would not deny them, but he would speak without embellishment, so that not a single listener would feel tempted to pick up a sword and leave in
Aren't
search
your
of the
legs
hero's
getting
glory.
stiff? You haven't moved in quite a while. Stretch, damn it, you ignorant meatbag.
Lies. During the war, Socio met an engineer by the name of Aaron Keir. That meeting turned into friendship, which turned into love, and then it was time for the wedding. Later, the cleric would say that the only memory of his beloved had allowed him to cope with the terrors of the abyss and keep his sanity. When he returned home, Trevor restored the shield of Shellen to its place in the church and swore never to pick up a weapon again. He tried to rediscover his wood-carving skills, but his wounded hands betrayed him, no longer willing to create beauty. The tormented fighter lived a quiet, peaceful life, helping his brother with his vineyard, all the while trying in vain to forget the horrors of the abyss. The Fifth Crusade was concluded, but the former paralictor, Regil Derange, was plagued by doubts. Had his every step been truly faultless? He returned to Cheliax and spent much time pensively wandering the cemetery where the members of his order were usually buried. And it was there that his bleaching-stricken body was eventually discovered. After the victory of the World Wound, Greybor did not return to his former profession. After all, the war had shown him that gold was not a good enough reason to kill. Greybor went wandering, and every time he encountered dishonorable, unscrupulous behavior, he would not deny himself the pleasure of a confrontation. In Aveston, the brave dwarf was reputed to be a noble knight-errant, but whenever he heard such a thing, he would just let out a good-natured chuckle. He simply enjoyed a good fight. Ursula had changed her nature, completely ridding herself of evil, but she would not dare to live among mortals, who took up residence in a small house away from their settlements. Shortly afterwards, rumors began to spread. Some said there was a kind sorceress living in the cottage, or perhaps a reclusive saint, and people would come to her asking for help. She never refused anyone, and in time she earned their trust and friendship.
And what of me, the writer of these words? The half-demon witch known as the architect of the world wound. I joined the side of the person I had previously fought against. I saw the error of my judgment and the rightness of his. I helped to restore the world I had mutilated. I was saving it, healing it, up until the moment the wound on my chest claimed my life. I have recounted the story of my life for you, Pharasma, Lady of Graves. Not only of my life, but of the Commander's also. I believe the tale of such an illustrious figure would pique even a goddess's curiosity. Now you know everything. I await your verdict, goddess.
Silence hangs over the boneyard. The Lady of Graves is weighing her decision. It seems the entire universe is holding its breath, awaiting her pronouncement. Who would dare to break a silence so absolute? Intervene. Though you are no longer here, your mythic powers entitle you to say... Although you are no longer here, your mythic powers entitle you to a say in the trial. Appeal to your mercy. The plains have suffered enough. Do not add to the evil already wrought by yet another active evil. Let us succeed. I appeal to your mercy. The god Ryan was the only one to fight against the Whirlwind. Even you, Pharasma, stood by and did nothing. Doesn't that suggest that the Whirlwind was not so great a threat to the universe, and Erilu's crimes were not as heinous as claimed? That's not going to work. I appeal to your sense of justice. Great evil deserves a commensurate punishment. Do that. Appeal to your sense of justice. No. Diplomacy. Your words ring out in the silence. They are heard, considered, and given their due weight.
The laws of the universe have existed for millennia. They are incontrovertible. But even they allow the decider of fate some degree of influence over the verdict. You wrought great evil, but your deeds stemmed from evil done to you. You have acknowledged your guilt and done a great deal of good. Even the one who suffered most from your endeavors now appeals to me on your behalf. I see that now your soul is clean. I shall send you to Nirvana, plane of peace and spirituality, which is what your soul needs now. So be it. Now you, the mortal who has risen so high as to stand boldly in the presence of the goddess of fate, you have done the impossible, and you will be remembered as long as this universe exists. Go, live out the rest of your life. I look forward to tales of your future deeds.
That went slightly better than the Lich result. Wasn't so successful with the Lich, but didn't get punished or anything like that, but definitely went different. So, that wasn't too bad. So yeah, I cheated a little bit on the Erilu fight, simply because I didn't want to have to go through it again. Because I did the fight with the Lich, and it took me like 3 or 4 tries before I realized it's a stupid fight. It's a stupid fight. It really is. I hate boss fights in general, and that's one of the worst ones, I think. Just my personal opinion. Of course, you may love them, but I don't. I think they're pointless. It's just they're overly difficult for no real reason other than to be difficult, and it doesn't really add to the story in my mind. So, anyway, that's run 2. Did the Lich for the first one, Gold Dragon for the second. There are differences in the story. Definitely how it ended. Like with the Lich, we threw Erilu into the World Rune to get rid of it, and things went that way, and the story is, of course, finished differently. Gold Dragon run, we basically saved Erilu. We, saved her soul, actually. And the World Rune still exists. But it's not the same as it was. Demons are still coming through from time to time, but not the way it was. So, I guess that's a good thing. I guess. I don't know. It was different. It was a different run. It was different stuff, and we also ended up with different companions still alive or still around because there's some of the companions are goody goodies like Sela and Socio. They wanted nothing to do with you when you were a Lich because of you're evil, and they wanted nothing to do with you. So that went different. And even with our interactions with Iomade were different too because we were a good guy. And so that those interactions went differently too. So it's definitely the mythic path you choose affects the story a little bit, and of course the playthrough as well. So anyway, now the question is, I want to do a third run. I actually originally I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the demon run or the dragon run, and somebody convinced me, they want to see me do a good run because I do evil runs, because I just done an evil run. They want to see a good run, so now I think we'll do an evil run, which of course would be the demon. Question is can I get everything set up in 20 minutes? Yeah, we can always set it. Or do I want a clean start? I could start the what is it? Inevitable excess for the dragon. I could do that if I really wanted to. I don't want to though. So there's an option. Am I going to do an Angel run? Angel was actually in the running for my second run, but I want to do something different too, because Angels are supposed to be pretty strong. I think from right to right. Because if you do, I think they're one of the mythic paths where you can merge the spell book. I think, or whatever that's supposed to be. I think the Angel can do that, but maybe we'll do the Demon run, the Angel run after that. It depends on where we are at the end of the Demon run. So, and for this run, what we're going to do is we're probably just going to do it on. We'll do it this Saturday, or sorry, this Tuesday. We'll get the Demon run up and started, and then I'm probably just going to do it on Sundays and free up Tuesdays to do other stuff. Because I still have games and stuff I'm supposed to be playing, that kind of stuff. The Swarm Mythic Path. The Swarm, from what I understand, Swarm is like the evil run. It doesn't get more evil than the Swarm run. So I'd have to look it up to see how you even get the Swarm. Because I have never had the Swarm as a choice, I don't think. But like I said, from what I understand, the Swarm run is supposed to be really evil. Because it's consume everything type deal. The Lich one isn't, it's an evil run, but it's not apparently not as bad as the Swarm. Because again, it's a little different, I guess. I don't see how, but I've been told the Swarm is supposed to be the evilest run. But we'll see how it goes. Because again, it's really going to depend on how long it takes to get through the Demon run we do next. And even though it's like to do, I like the whole idea alternating between good and evil too. Swarm become the greatest threat to existence. So there you go. So I don't want to start this right now because we'll just start a new clean run on Tuesday. That's what we'll do there. The game locked up. The screen locked up. That's funny. Anyway. So kill this. So what should I do for a half hour? Roughly. Or just call it an early day. Call it a day. Mr. Gimpy's not home. But the dogs, I think Rocket wants attention. He's upset that Mrs. Gimpy's been gone for 5.5 hours now, roughly. Yep, he's starting to do his bark, so I think it will do. Yeah, I got some other stuff I should take care of too in the background. You guys don't know about. So, yeah, I think we'll just call it an early day. Stream, that story runs over. Currently dropping frames because of stuff. But anyway. So, yeah, we'll call it a day. Just call it a day. So thank you guys for watching. Stream schedule for the next few days. Tomorrow is Monday, so we're doing some Star Wars, The Old Republic, the Sith Warrior Juggernaut specifically, and having fun with that, and playing that tomorrow, of course. And Tuesday, we'll be back here, Wrath of the Righteous, start a new run with a demon, half-orc, something. Haven't decided on the class yet. It's probably going to be a fighter class of some type, melee-based. Haven't decided on the class yet. It's either maybe a warrior, two-handed fighter. Yeah, two-handed fighter. Maybe something else. I don't know. I was thinking about doing maybe a spellcaster too. That's kind of maybe like a crusader, cleric crusader or something. Because I want something with spells. I would like to have something with spells. But I have to check to see how the crusader works out. Because I haven't actually really played one all the way through. We played them in the Beneath Stolen Lands stuff. People have done those characters and stuff. And the crusader might do what I want it to do. Again, I have to do some more research on that. But anyway, that's Tuesday. Wednesday is Total War Warhammer 3 with Katker. Continuing on what are we doing? We were doing demons? Yeah, we're doing Corn and I think, was it Zeech? I think that was the last time we were doing something. So try that again on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we're going to do some more Celasta, the Lost Valley. multiplayer with Jeff, Lobo, Hurricane. They're all available, of course. And then Friday is the 9th annual Walk MS MechWarrior Online stream. So we're playing some MechWarrior Online on Friday, trying to raise money for the National MS Society. And then next Saturday is Star Sector, continuing on to the next one of Star Wars mods. And the next Sunday we'll be back here to Path of the Righteous to continue on with the new Demon Run. Okay, that's it. So tomorrow, Monday, stream starts at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. GMT for some more Star Wars: The Old Republic. So thank you all very much for watching. I know you have many other viewing choices here on Twitch, and I really do appreciate it when you choose to spend your time with me. So thank you very much. Have a great evening, great day, wherever you have to be. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you tomorrow. Ring your light.